Thank you, Leslie, for being our special guest. I would like to ask you what inspired you to create La Femme International Film Festival, and how have you seen it evolve over the years?
You know, we are celebrating our 20th year, so we can almost drink now. But
Congrats.
when we, yeah, right. But when we started, uh, people said you'll never be successful in launching a female film festival because women only make romantic comedies. And there aren't enough women making content out there to support a festival. So that was really the point of view, and we wouldn't get any sponsorship, and no one would attend, and there was a lot of no's out there that were happening 20 years ago. It's really come the full gamut with the now prevailing attitude in Hollywood about supporting people of color, supporting women and diverse, authentic voices. Uh, we now really have 100%, 98%, 99% content all directed by women, produced by women, written by women. And so we started in 2005. I think we had 20 films that first year. And we're now over 100 pieces of content, but it's extremely hard to get in because the content is now at such good high quality uh, that it just forces us to be very selective.
And I think is what sets apart La Femme International Film Festival from other major women film festivals around the world. Your commitment and dedication to support women filmmakers in the entertainment industry, right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we were the first in Los Angeles. We were the second in the world when we started 20 years ago. No one else, other than another film festival in France, was supporting women producers and directors. So we were the only one in the United States that really focused on women content that has lasted so long. Everyone else came in after us after we broke down the barriers and got very bloody up against that wall.
That's an amazing achievement. And talking about women in the entertainment industry, women filmmakers, what do you think are the main challenges women directors face in the film industry today?
I think one of the main challenges is really learning your craft and really understanding and mastering your craft. And then you have the component of dealing with personalities, male personalities, strong male personalities that are still in key positions on set, below the line, that you have to kind of handle, that may not really want to still have that woman in that key position. Things are changing. Points of view are opening, especially over the last 3 years. So that is, improving. But overall, women in the industry are still not fully represented. We are still not at a 50-50 split with men. We're still well behind. We are coming up. There's more showrunners out there. There's more female directors directing television and feature films, high budget, multi-million dollar studio films are now being directed by women, where 10, 15 years ago, that wasn't heard of. And the way we've supported is we've really built this community. Because we've been in existence for so long, we now start seeing all our alumni coming back to us with second and third films, which is great because they're getting funded, right? So we're now seeing kind of the full circle of our children, our La Femme children, women children, coming back with additional content. So it's been a pleasure to see the growth that the women have had when they're really mastering their craft.
We also were in the festival official selection with a documentary in 2012, and this year we are coming back with another feature film, and we are thrilled to come back to your amazing festival, giving women lots of opportunities to connect and network with other filmmakers, with professionals from the industry through the workshops you are organizing. What this year edition brings new in comparison with last year, Leslie?
We really have a focus of our workshops, our panel workshops, to be really uniquely intimate. We like to focus in on panelists who are not stoic, so to speak, more friendly, let's say, more willing to communicate to the young and returning filmmakers. We've got an exciting pitch panel that is just always really well attended, where people get to pitch and have feedback by professionals. We have an amazing masterclass in film financing, kind of the practical guide to film financing, and I'm sure that's just going to be completely packed. So, we try and change it up in our panels, every year, but there are, bits and pieces that still need to be supported. Film finance for independence, and really mastering the craft of pitching, which allows you to secure those investors and potentially pitch to production companies to get the money. We're really excited. And we've got 5 panels happening on Saturday and Sunday, along with all the festival goings on, opening ceremony, party, closing awards ceremony. And we have mixers where we really try and connect the dots and allow the women to network.
You are the founder and the creator of Femme International Film Festival. What role do you think film festivals play in the current streaming era, where films have wider access but less theatrical exposure?
We are really the first base screeners to authenticate and validate the quality of the content that we're screening. And because we are, that then gives a better purview to the distributors that pick this content up, because it's been validated by a big boutique festival such as ours, saying this is a piece of quality entertainment. And because of that, the distributors now are really seeking those laurels and seeking that validation to justify then, hawking that product to the streamers. Right now, there's not enough content out there. If you look at some of the streaming networks, they're going back to the 80s and the 70s and 90s and pulling out these films that we haven't seen in a while because there just isn't enough. This year, because of the strikes, because of COVID, because of the shutdowns, it's been a slow ramp back up again. So I'm now starting to see a lot more content landing on the market. I think in 2025, we're going to start hitting some of our normal content generation numbers. And then I think by 26, when we get through all the strikes, we should be rolling back into content, and the streamers will be hungry to pick that up. They're like sharks, right? You have to keep feeding the sharks, chumming the waters as they come out, and they get fed, they go away, they swim back, you chum again. And so that's kind of the cycle we're in.
What advice would you give to women who want to build a career in film and TV production? From your knowledge, you are also an educator, right?
I do. I actually teach at 2 universities currently. So what women have to do is we have to be more skilled, better educated, better honed in our talent than anyone out there. because we are still fighting the fight of numbers and prejudices. No matter what color you are as a woman, you have to be better skilled. So being a hybrid, being a hyphenate that allows you to be a better skilled producer, writer, director, creator, content creator, or any combination thereof is what women have to do. We have to know how to tell the story better than anyone out there. And we can't sit back and go, oh, it's good enough, or my education is good enough. Every day you have to be focusing in on improving your creativity and your skill base, because if you don't, someone out there that may be a more acceptable a person will get the job and may not be as talented. So you have to outshine with your skill. So education, understanding the craft, learning the craft, mastering the craft, that is what women have to do. And being a hyphenate where you are doing writing, directing, producing, writing, producing, whatever combination.
Thank you, Leslie. What would you like to achieve in the coming years to further support women in the entertainment industry?
I want to launch a channel.
Bravo!
I want to launch a channel, and I want to create a film fund that essentially allows us to take the winning screenplays and television scripts and take it all the way to market. So I want to be able to create this film fund and then open up the film fund, ideally to a larger scope of women creators out there. There's nothing out there right now that really allows independent filmmakers access to money. And it's a shame, because you either have the studio or you go off one-offs, begging and pleading investors to invest in your product. But there's no like central hub. I'd like to create a central hub.
Thank you so much, Leslie, for your interview, for being a guest in our show, Rompost TV on Omni Television in Vancouver, Canada. We wish you great success with the La Femme International Film Festival this year edition, and we hope to come back to you many, many, many times as your children with future projects. So thank you, thank you.
I hope so. I hope all my alumni get pregnant with a lot more content.
Thank you.
And for those that are listening in, they can tap into Eventive, La Femme, or lafemme.org, and they can click in and see films virtually, or if they're in Los Angeles, they can come down to the Regal Cinemas in downtown Los Angeles and see it from October 24th through the 27th.